launched today.
Yes, and it's
And you can
great.
go to cash flow. Yeah,
It's great.
it's already you started. You saw it.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. So you can go to cashflowforspeakers.com. It's
Mm-hmm.
totally free. It's a three-part series,
Mm-hmm.
35 to 45-minute videos.
Mm-hmm.
The first video is going to walk you through, and you can get access to that today, right away,
Yeah.
how to find your message. What is your message as a woman? What is your message as an entrepreneur? What is your message as a speaker life changer?
Mm-hmm.
The second video is going to walk you through how to get booked and start thinking about the business side of getting paid. Then the last part is going to talk about branding and how to stand out. So it's a free series, and I'll also be coming to your area, back to my
Yes.
old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
This weekend, our Make Money speaking tour will be in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love for all the D.C., Virginia, Baltimore area to come out. We'll be there on this Sunday. And it was our top city last year in 2014, so we definitely had to come back to Baltimore.
Good. And I think we have the advertisement, the promo for the Speak for Pay for this weekend. Yeah, there it is. And so it's going to be in Baltimore, and you can go to speakforpay.com.
Actually, for that one, they want to go to Make Money Speaking Tour.
Okay, Make Money. Oh, yeah, there it is. I'm looking right at it. Okay. Make Money
That's all right.
Speaking Tour .com and find out about that. That's this weekend. That's one of the reasons that we wanted to have Marshawn on, so that you can hear from her firsthand all about the wonderful benefits of speaking. Check out the website, and I want you all to take advantage of this free offering at cashflowforspeakers.com. I watched the first video, and it is full of information for you. And so please avail yourselves to do that. And so our time, of course, is quickly wrapping up here. But I certainly want to ask.
What happens when two lawyers start talking?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And so I want to focus a little bit now to talk about some of your thoughts on what holds people back from moving forward in, purpose-filled lives, because that's what this is. It's really finding your purpose. And what have you seen working with your clients? Just what do you think it is?
I would take it down to three things that are all very related. I think the first is lack of knowledge, right? Not knowing what that is. It's hard to move forward in something that we don't know, so then we'll default to what we do know. I talk a lot about this term. I tried to pass it off as something official, but I made it up. But
we do that too as
RVSD.
lawyers.
Oh, we just make it up.
Right, we do that too.
It's the acronym is RVSD, and stands for Random Vision Selection Disorder, where most of us, because we didn't know what we don't know about our gifts, because we don't develop them, we're not taught them, and we're oftentimes told not to pursue it. Like, I was a talker, so I got in trouble for the very thing that I'm called to do. So
absolutely.
then you start not doing it.
Yep.
So that's the first thing, is lack of knowledge. It's hard to pursue what you don't know, and so we adopt what we do know, which may have nothing to do with what we're called to do. That's first. The second thing, I think, is lack of confidence, right? So there's fear, and we call it a lot of different things. I find that with women in particular, sometimes we are very clear when we're uncomfortable or we're lacking courage in a certain area. Other times we mask it and we've dressed it up much prettier.
Sure.
We call it discernment today.
Sure.
We call it discernment or intuition, or I call it perfectionism and procrastination. These are the new modern day sexy versions of fear. Anything that keeps you from moving forward, and I can always tell when someone explains to me why they are where they are or why they won't move forward with something, the answer that comes out in their mind sounds very rational, but rational lies are still rational.
Yes.
Right? So that's the second reason, is fear. And I hear this thing a lot today with discernment, and I don't believe that the Spirit of God is discerning people into a place of waiting and staying stuck forever. So sometimes we have to question what sounds like discernment is oftentimes fear and the whisper of the enemy
Mm-hmm.
and the little part of you, I call it little me,
Mm-hmm.
will cause you to believe, and what you believe is now your truth, even though it may be wrong.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And that voice is so close to you and whispers in your ear all the time, it sounds right, and you become very good friends with this obnoxious roommate in your head. So that's the second thing, is fear. And the third reason, I believe, is indecision. One of my clients, she's a member of one of our private coaching programs. Her name is Bishop Corletta Vaughn. She's out of Detroit, but she's actually on this new season, this new premiere of Preachers of Detroit. And she came to our Speak for Pay event. So we've got all these different things going on. We have cashflowforspeakers.com, which is the free event. We've got this tour that we're on right now in Baltimore, the Make Money Speaking Tour. Then we do a live event, a 4-day conference called Speak for Pay. And she came last year. She had a conflict, and she moved it because she said, you know what, I was very clear that I needed to be here. I had a paid speaking engagement. All my expenses were paid. It was a very nice paying engagement, but it was conflicting with your event. She comes, and she ends up coming, and so I've gotten to know her very well now that we were working with her on expanding outside of ministry and into the marketplace.
Yes.
And she said, Marshawn, believers are not experiencing the abundant life because they are living in indecision. And she said, I'm very clear that my decision to shift out of where I was and to do something different is why I'm experiencing different things. So to have a TV, to be in ministry for almost 40 years, and after coming to a business conference, to now have a national television show where she's the only female preacher on the cast, and to have a book deal with a major publishing house where she now has national distribution in mainstream. So for her, she said, God, it was very clear that you were asking me to see if I was ready to do a business thing. I had to do a business